Hi, I'm Mizell. I'm here on Cherokee Street outside, so excuse the noise. I'm here to talk a little bit about myself. This is a little bit hard for me because it reflects some things that drove me to this exciting new chapter in my life of being a producer on Legends of Lemp. So about me, I'm a former executive, recently left my job as a chief information officer at a manufacturing company that focused on high-tech manufacturing. I left that job a little earlier than I expected. Obviously, I'm not of retirement age normally. My wife passed away a year ago, and that was quite a shock to my children and me. And it precipitated a need to really rethink my lifestyle. I was traveling a lot. I couldn't maintain the pace. So I left that position and have simplified a lot of what I'm doing and tried to focus on things that will keep me near my children and focused on the happier sides of things. I think as an executive, I allowed that job to dominate my thinking and my life, and it was time to reevaluate that. I didn't plan to come to Cherokee Street. I ended up here happily as a happy coincidence this year, and it was an inspirational, serendipitous thing that happened to my children and I. We sold our house because we needed to sort of change things up, and I liquidated my life, and we came here and bought a mixed-use property that would both support us a bit and also allow us to live comfortably. And we moved to Cherokee Street. And when we got here, the power of the place was evident. The art, the history, the culture. I like to travel. I feel like I travel every day when I walk out my door to Cherokee Street. Came here because it was a great investment. We stay here because it's the best place in this region to feel the vibe, the cultural change that's occurring, the entrepreneurial spirit, all mixed together with the history. It's quite inspiring. Mansard Media is just like every other media company in that we can consult, we can put together a marketing plan, we can drive business, but our sweet spot is telling stories, and we're really good at it. And we've put together this company and focused on things like Cherokee Street to allow us to do that, to do what we're good at, tell good stories. Cherokee Street inspired this business. The reason we're here is because of Cherokee Street. It is the reason we're having this conversation. The art, the history, the culture, the vibrant feeling of the street is what's inspired this business, Mansard Media. So I would say it's the only place for this business. I brought my philosophy as an executive to this team. And my philosophy is spend less time worrying about what you're going to do and spend more time figuring out who you're going to find to put together as the team that can figure out what to do. I've formed a team of the most creative people I could find. We put them in the most interesting and creative place we could find. And we have every expectation that we will succeed at telling the story about the Volcomp home, drawing in people into the region who are excited about the stories. And I know we're going to boost the businesses that are here on Cherokee Street. What gets me up every morning is to do meaningful things with interesting people. And I think what we're doing here is interesting. And I certainly know that the relationships I'm forming in this area with my neighbors, my new team, doing what I think is fascinating, is exactly what I want to do. The secret to my success is finding people who are more creative, smarter, more motivated, more excited about something than I am, and recruiting them to be near me doing something interesting. What made me commit to this project, to Mansard Media in general, was finding the Volcom home. I needed a large home for my 2 children. We had just sold the house, so we found the Volcom home, and we were thinking about it for long term, and it fit, and started to do a little research on it once I purchased it. This was after purchase, and realized the depth of the story and the history here, and started to meet people like Caleb Higgins, who's doing Second Empire Strikes Back. And he talked to me and he said, you know, I think this house has a following. I started to get interested in that. We did some research. We started to learn about the depth of history in the area, and I got very interested. I love history, love architecture, love beauty, and love this quirky neighborhood. So put it all together, mix it up with some creative type people, and you've got a great scenario for success. After I left my role as an executive, it was a struggle to find what was my motivation in life. I had my 2 children, of course. That was the obvious motivation. But after I delivered them to school, what did I want to do? Obviously, I needed to add some value to the world. It's a pretty complicated thing to try to renovate a house, develop a YouTube series, bring together a new team, and start to hit on all cylinders. What I would say is I'm nervous about the pressure of relentlessly releasing on YouTube. I hope we can do it. It makes me a little nervous. I know it's not a problem. We're in pre-production right now. We're thinking about how we can keep up, how we can systematize what we do. We've been focused on project plans, processes, workflows, and writing. So hopefully this period of time will serve us well as we do get into this production period and we need to release on a weekly basis. This business hasn't changed me yet. This business is a manifestation of the change that I've already undergone. So having to drastically change what my career path is has forced me to think about doing things very differently. I think that's really what it's all about, making a difference for others in the community. This is a passion of mine: history, culture, sharing an up-and-coming region that's had its own set of challenges. I want to be part of this team in this region, pulling for it to succeed. Thanks for letting me share about myself, and lots of adventures to come. Stick around. Thank you, Legends, for your early support, and join us on the adventure coming soon. Come on, I can do it. I'm terrible.
Thanks for watching.